Today's show, we talk with Paul Oleynick about finding his voice, or rather, finding all of his voices. Movie Making with Renelle Golden is brought to you by Samira Entertainment, supporting indie films and the filmmakers who create them. Stop by their website to learn more, www.samiraentertainment.com. That's www.samiraentertainment.com. Hey everybody, I am here with Paul Oleynick.
You got it.
I got it. Yay!
You got it. You just don't have to pronounce the Y. It's pretty simple.
It's simple. Yeah, I make everything too difficult. But Paul is a professional voiceover artist, and he also has done a little bit in producing, writing, putting together trailers for TV shows, and you've just done a little bit of everything, and you're a super creative all around kind of talent. So how are you doing today, Paul?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I try to keep busy all the time. And yeah, if I'm not writing something, I'm voicing something, or I'm working on something creative or a new impersonation, or I like to stay busy. I worked 12 years in TV, 12 and a half years.
Oh, wow.
TV, basically writing, producing, directing the movie trailers that you see for the movies, also for shows like Seinfeld, Friends, Frasier, Star Trek, a whole bunch of things, The X-Files. And
wow,
stuff.
that is fun. Did you do that at a network in Canada? Because you're based in Canada, right?
Yeah, well, I started in Manitoba at the Manitoba Television Network. That's where I started. I was doing that. And then I moved to Calgary when they opened up a channel called A Channel, which was Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. So it was,
bigger audience.
Few cities in Canada, all connected to one network.
Oh, very cool.
And then I moved on to doing the same kind of thing, but with all of Western Canada for the Movie Central, for Corus Entertainment's Movie Central.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then that gave me the opportunity every once in a while to do a national spot as well. So
when you were putting those things together, were you actually doing some of your impersonations, or were you strictly like narrating?
Well, sometimes, when I started doing it in TV, they would let me do the odd voiceover for certain promos so I could do them. Like usually we had a voice for the station, but I got to do a few things as well. And, when I wasn't doing my promotions in the promotions department, creative would say, "Oh, can you do some voices for me for some of these creative commercials?"
Oh, that's very cool. I know that you have a big, I'm going to call it a library of voices that you can do. I think you said you may have as many as 30 that
That's
are
right,
like
yeah,
impersonations.
30,
Yes.
I do about 30 voices, and I'm working to expand that.
Did you start that as a kid?
Yeah, I started as a kid, like really young, doing these things.
Who was your first voice?
Oh my God. Let me think.
Like Donald Duck or something?
I think it was like Scooby-Doo or Bugs Bunny, I think.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Who doesn't want to do Scooby-Doo? That's awesome. Did you run around the house like driving your parents crazy with it?
Oh, no. I drove my friend. Well, I did
for
it
your
for
friends.
My
That's good.
Friends, so they loved that, type thing. They thought it was fun.
I would have been chasing people and being like, do they know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So I know that you do tons of voices, but I also know that you come up with original characters as well. How is coming up with an original character different than an existing character for you?
Well, it's fun. Like, I mean, I read the script and then I think, well, what kind of voice would this be? What kind of character would this be? And then I start to play with it, and and sometimes it turns out really well. Like it's a lot of fun. Like like most projects, the director, the producer have something in mind. They want something to sound like Cary Grant or Peter Lorre or something. As long as it sounds close, they're happy with it, if it's not bang on. Like they would ideally like bang on, I'm sure, but they're pretty good. They're pretty flexible when
Can
it
you
comes.
do like Cary Grant or?
Well, I did it. I did it for a virtual reality game, sort of a voice, sort of like Cary Grant. It was this kind of,
Your
and
Cary Grant
The
version.
Peter Lorre voice was kind of like the Vespas at the balloons. We're gonna shut down the beach. And we're gonna shut down, and nobody's going to play here anymore.
Oh
You
my
know,
gosh, that's
so
great.
you
Oh,
do
that's
you do
fun.
things like that. So it's fun, yeah. So you
Yeah.
get to play the villain, get to play the hero,
You
and
can do a little bit of everything. As a voiceover artist, and I wonder if anyone's ever asked you this question, but because I was a singer for so many years, how
right.
do you take care of your voice? Because your
Oh,
speaking voice probably needs care too, right?
oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, I was in for a scare one time because I had, I think I told you this before when we weren't on the air, but I had thyroid cancer. So they had to
Oh,
do
yes.
surgery right by my vocal cords. So that was really scary, you
Oh,
know.
wow.
I mean, I don't try to yell a lot and things like that, or scream, because you don't want to damage your vocal cords, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
that must have been scary. How long did it take to recover before you knew I'm going to be okay? That's if that's not too nosy.
it wasn't too bad. It healed pretty fast, and it wasn't a big deal. And then I said, "Oh, I can speak, so this is good."
Yeah,
But
I imagine that is
know,
still a good thing, isn't it? Oh
that's
my
still a
gosh.
good thing. Yeah, they didn't nick it. I said, "No, they didn't nick it. That's good."
Thank goodness. Oh, do you have an all-time favorite voice that you do?
My favorite is Christopher Lloyd is one of my favorite ones. I like to do Don Adams too, from the old Get Smart and Inspect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can we hear Christopher or Dawn?
Sure, well, I'll do Don because I haven't done him in a long time. Would you believe two? Would you believe a man in a shoe? Go gadget arm.
Go, go, gadget. Yes, I can't do any voices. I can barely do my own, but that's awesome. Oh my gosh. That was good. I remember those days. Were you glued to the TV when you were growing up and just like watching all your favorite shows and being like, I need to learn that voice because if I do, I can maybe, chase my friend down the hallway or something.
That's right. Well, I was always like a movie fan. Like I was always in line waiting for movies like Star Wars and things when people used to line up in the theaters, right, for Raiders of the Lost Ark and
Oh,
things.
yeah. Yeah.
Then of course I'd be starting to work on these voices and mimic them, and some of them are a little bit harder on the vocal cords, like like Yoda and things like this. Like, you think Yoda judge me by my size, do you? Well, you should not.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
So,
That is awesome.
and it hurts your voice, like it does hurt it a little bit, type thing. But it's fun to
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
work on these things. Yeah.
Wow. What do you think of this is off the wall, but like AI nowadays that you can like program voices. Do you think that that's going to affect us? I'm worried about it as a writer.
Well, yeah, I'm worried about it. More worried about the seniors that get the prank phone calls, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because they're going to get samples of our kids' voices, and that's it. You're going to think that your kid's on the other line in trouble, and you have to send the money, and it's going to be a scam, right?
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
going to be
horror
just an
stories.
AI voice or something. That's the scary part about it, and
Yeah,
I don't think that they can get the inflections as well, but maybe they can. I'm not sure.
I
Like, I mean,
don't
a lot
know.
of people are warning us about the whole AI thing, so it is a little bit scary.
It
It
is a
is.
little scary. I know with the writer's strike right now, I'm thinking, whoa, what does this really mean? What do they know that we don't?
Right.
But we just have to keep doing us and moving forward and kind of go with the flow with changes, which it's different. But do you have like a dream job you'd like to do as a voiceover artist? Is there something you're dreaming of doing?
Well, I'd like to do some more animated work, like in general would be fun. It'd be great to work for like Warner Brothers or something and do cartoons, a little bit more cartoon voices and things like that.
Oh, that would be
Would be fun, and
yeah, animation.
yeah, animation. Like I'd love to do that. Like I've done a little bit, like not too much though, but everything's pretty competitive, as you know, and it's just and you got to know
It
the right people,
is.
got to know the right people, and have the right connections, and that's it. Like
Oh, you're getting there. You're meeting all the right people, and
that's right. I'm meeting you.
yeah,
You're
that's
spreading the
trouble, right?
word. You're spreading the
So
word.
when you're working on an original voice, like how long does it take to develop a voice?
Oh, it all depends. It's just like, even impersonating anybody, sometimes it comes right to you. You can do it like right off the hop. But
Yeah.
other ones, like certain ones you have to work at, sometimes it takes a couple days to get it down.
How do
But
you remember them? Because I would struggle.
well, what you do is kind of you write your own little script for each little character that you do. You always remember that little script, and sometimes you vary from it a little bit. But
Okay.
that's how I sort of remember. Like I've got a list. There's certain key phrases that they say that people know from movies and things like that.
So you
It's
kind
like,
of get that down, and then that
yeah, you try to
jogs your
get that,
memory.
try to get that down. Type things. So, you
Oh,
know.
wow. That would be really, I think it would be a challenge. I'm not sure. But
It,
what would you recommend to people that like want to go into becoming a voiceover artist?
Well, I'd recommend definitely go to broadcasting school just to learn the articulation and mic technique and all the basic things. And then, if they discover that they have the ability to do other voices and impersonations, then stretch themselves, keep working at it, and just don't give up. Just record yourself, listen to yourself, and see how it sounds, right? Until you get it tweaked till you're happy with it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first job and were you terrified?
Yeah, I was always a shy kid. I was terrible. Oh my God. I was a shy kid in school and I didn't have glasses and needed glasses, couldn't see the board,
Oh
dropped
no.
dropped my words and everything else. And but I could do impersonations. But so I went into drama and then I went to broadcast school and then I basically decided to just challenge myself and I went for an audition in Winnipeg. There was a group of people going to New York City, and there was models and talents, and they had like commercial competitions, soap opera competitions, and stuff like that, and sitcoms. So I decided to audition, and they were happy with the audition. So I
Oh, cool.
went down to New York, and I actually did a soap opera competition, which I didn't do as well because I didn't know where to look, and I was
Oh, I wouldn't
totally,
have known either.
totally out there, right? So I blew
That's
that
cool
one.
though.
But I did the commercial competition right to the camera, and it was just a headshot, and it was for a Cadillac commercial,
Oh,
and I
cool.
thought, I didn't do well. I felt I didn't do well, and then I went for this tour of the Empire State Building, and then I came back, and they said, "Oh, well, you won," and I said,
What?
"What?" Type
Wow.
thing. And then I thought, okay, well, maybe I got something. Maybe I got a gift here. Like I
What
could
does
do.
this mean, right?
What does this mean? So, so I went to the local television channel, and that's how I kind of got into doing writing, producing, and doing the trailers was because I did a voice audition for them
Oh,
where
wow.
I came in there and I did about I think 7 to 10 voices for the creative director. And he said, "Oh, well, I've got a half an hour show that I'm doing, and I need a voice of a dog." And he says, "You'd be perfect for it." So
Oh,
then
wow.
that's how I got my foot in the door at the television channel. And then, I bumped into an old friend that was doing the movie trailers. And then an opening came up, and next thing you know, I'm working in TV. So,
Wow. So luck was on your side.
luck was on my side, and I figured out I can do this. This is great. It was during
Yeah.
sweeps. It was like the busiest time at the television channel. I was just, oh my God, I was so nervous,
That
and
is so cool though.
it turned out well. And then over the years, I've won awards for doing TV commercials or
I
promotion
love it.
trailers and things like this. And like I would have never, would have never thought that I would have been doing that, type thing. And then I always kept my acting up on the side because I was into theater and things like that. Shakespeare.
Yeah. I
Shakespeare in
love
the
it.
Park and things like that. So being in TV just opened doors to other opportunities. So it was just wonderful.
That is so cool. And you know what? You're getting to do something you love every day. And that, my friend told me once when I was sort of in a down spell, kind of like, woe is me, because life can be hard at times. You know some of my story and I know some of yours, but he said, if you go to sleep every night and you get up and you get to do something you love and you go to sleep again and repeat. And it's from a song. He even told me who the musician was. He's like, you're rich.
Oh,
That makes you
absolutely.
rich.
Well,
I wish
well,
I could remember who, but it was my friend Steve Marshall, the magician. I went to high school with him. And
right.
I was like, oh my God, I never thought of that. But he's living his dream too, because that's all he ever wanted. And he got to go do it. And he's
Well,
like,
yeah.
Renelle, you're doing what you love. Be happy.
Well, yeah, and it's weird. Like people are paying you for what you like doing, and it's like, why are you paying me? I like doing this. It's
Yeah.
like, I know I have to live, but why are you paying me for what
Yeah,
I?
yeah. It's kind of a rough spot to be in because you do actually need the income to pay the
Oh
rent.
yeah, exactly.
But I'm happy.
It's nice though, but you have to be realistic. You have to survive too, right?
Yes.
It's just nice. And then when I got out of TV for a bit, I went into radio. So then I did that as an on-air personality for a little while, and
Did you
that gave
like
me
that? Did you
gave
enjoy
me
it?
the opportunity to do some voice work too. And yeah, it was fun. I liked it. It was challenging.
I've
Uh,
always wanted to do that, but I
yeah,
never got the opportunity. But that is cool. Were you
yeah.
like
So the
introducing
time.
music or talking or?
Well, no, I was an on-air personality. I played the music and I'd announce what was going on in the community and stuff like that.
I love that.
Breaks, like I mean, it was tricky because you had to click the mouse and yet it started on air and you had so many seconds and you had to time it just right to
Oh,
get
that
it.
would make me a little crazy. I'd have to
Yeah.
have somebody watching for
Oh
me.
my
I
God,
go
yeah,
all
it's
over the place.
challenging. It's so
Oh,
challenging, and then you get used to it after a while, right? But it is definitely a skill for sure.
oh my God. Yeah. The first couple of shows I did, I like wasn't paying attention because I was watching the clock, right? I've got 30
Yeah.
minutes and, and I'm like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be in this conversation.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you adapt, right? You get
You
used to
do.
it,
You
but it
do.
takes some time. It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've been dreaming of doing like a story-based podcast where you're like telling a story from a screenplay or something, right? And you add
Yeah.
in all the voices and the sound effects. I'm like dreaming about that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know if I
working
can
on
pull it
something
off.
like that right now. I'm working on
Oh, serious?
yeah, I'm just doing it for a friend of mine. Like I'm just doing it pro bono, but it's cool because I get to play like a Johnny Depp pirate type character.
Oh my God. You have a voice
And
for that? Is it on air
And
yet?
yeah, I get a voice for that, and
I
then
love
it's
it.
it's for this series that's been going on. I think they have like 250,000 subscribers. It's called Moonbase Colony Hope.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
check
so
it out.
it's really cool. So it's yeah, it's been out there for a while, and yeah, so they
I love that stuff when I'm driving.
yeah, no, it's really cool. Yeah. So I had fun coming up with the voice. Like I knew what they wanted, but I mean I don't sound exactly like Johnny
Have
Depp.
your episodes aired yet?
My episode hasn't aired yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
send you.
I was like, can you tell me the voice? But you
Yeah,
probably
no,
can't.
I'm gonna surprise you, and
Yeah, it's got to be a surprise.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send it to you as soon as I find out when the first episode airs.
Yeah, I'll
For sure.
definitely check it out. That is really cool. So,
Yeah.
what are you hoping to do in the future? Is there any projects you're like dreaming of? You've always wanted to do?
Well, as you know, as we were talking off the air before this, I had a screenplay in the back of my mind,
Oh
and,
yeah,
and I pitched the idea to you, and you liked the concept. So,
I did. It's really good.
is it okay if we tell them we're working on something
Yeah, I
together?
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, we're absolutely working on a screenplay together. It's a sci-fi thriller, and it's
It's
Canadian.
very good, but it's so
It's
realistic that
Canadian,
it's
and we actually have
disturbing.
we have a director on board, so it's great. So yeah, but I know you got lots of projects on the go, and I do too every once in a while. So we're taking our time with it, but I can't wait to. I
It's
think
a really good concept. And I don't know why, but it does remind me, without giving it away to anybody, of Logan's Run.
yeah, everybody that I mentioned it to, they said, yeah, it reminds me of Logan's Run. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so glad you knew what that was when I said that, because that was one of my favorite movies for, like, not to date myself, but like 20 some years. I would think about that and be disturbed. But
oh
once I
yeah,
got
yeah.
past age 35, I'm like, I need to get over this because there's no stone in my hand, right? Didn't they have like that thing in their hand and it would turn
Oh,
colors? And you're
I
talking,
have to revisit it again. Like I haven't revisited it in a while. So
oh, it was disturbing, but
yeah,
it does sort of have that
yeah.
vibe to it, and we won't give it away, obviously, but it's a really good concept, and I'm happy you're sharing it with me, and we get to do it. It's going to be really interesting.
It's
So
going to be interesting. Yeah, I think it's going to shake some people up. I actually,
yeah,
and it might be a good thing. It might be a deterrent for something like that to happen in the future.
yeah. Well, I don't want to give it away, but you know how, like, it's not the same thing, but like those environmental
Mm,
movies that are about, global warming or the environment or things that could happen,
right.
they
Yeah.
leave you often stunned or shocked or thinking, oh God, we should
What
not,
if,
use as much plastic. I'm just throwing that out there. But
that's right. Yeah, that's a good example.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be that
that's a
kind of vibe.
good
Like you're gonna walk
analogy.
out of there
Yeah,
going, no
that's
and
right.
no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm working on that with you, and I'm still doing this moon base hope colony, and sometimes some people approach me to do other things, and I'm basically, yeah, I'm 52, but I'm semi-retired. I do a few things, like I don't do as much as I used to do, but
But you
I'm
enjoy.
happy.
Yeah.
I enjoy life, and I'm thinking, well, it would be nice to finish a movie and do that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Like that,
Does your
that's a
I know you have a daughter. Does she do voices? Did that rub off
oh
on her?
she oh my goodness, she's in Toronto right now. She's in York University, and I went down there in January to see her because she landed the lead role in 12th Night.
Very
She's
cool. Wow.
Yeah, and like I haven't seen one of her plays since she was like in junior high,
Oh
and
my.
she's come a long way. She's so good. Like, I mean, I'm not just saying that because I'm her
Are,
father,
I
but
was gonna be
like,
like, are you her number one fan now? No, but I do that with my
yeah,
daughter
I
too.
am. I'm just
Yeah.
blown away by what she can do. Like, I'm really proud of her, and that she followed in my footsteps.
But
And
does she do voices? Did that rub off on her?
well, she does accents. She does
Oh,
accents, and
accents are good.
she plays a man very well.
Oh my God, really?
No, but because when I
But
saw her in junior high, she was playing in what was that? Beauty and the Beast, and she played Gaston. And
oh
she
wow.
did
That's so
Gaston,
cool.
and she did it really well. And then next thing you know, she's in 12th Night this year, which she plays a female playing a male again, type
Oh,
thing.
how funny.
So she had to play the female and the male,
Because she
and
has range.
she's got range, and she does it so well. And it's like, wow, like
Wow, that's cool.
she
As
blows
her
me away.
dad, did you ever embarrass her by doing voices in front of her friends?
Well, I did them when her friends love them. We went on a hayride one time, and they were just loved it, eh? Doing Bugs Bunny and everything. What's up, Nick? What's up?
Oh,
Type thing. And it's like, these kids are like, wow, that's cool.
do more, do more, right? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. That
Yeah.
is good. Did I already ask you this? Do you have a favorite project that you've ever done voiceovers for? Do you have one yet?
Well, I have to say I really enjoyed during doing that virtual reality game. It was $1 million game that it set out to help people with Alzheimer's and dementia with their cognitive skills.
Oh,
And
wow.
so, yeah, so when I played the hero and the villain, it was a lot of fun. And
Oh, you got to do both
yeah,
voices.
I got to play the hero and the villain, and I got to play alongside what's I'm just trying to think of his name. His name's
Uh-oh.
not coming to me.
That
He's
really big guy.
that really big guy, he's an indigenous actor out of Canada, Tom Jackson.
Oh,
Tom,
nice. Nice.
yeah. So
Okay.
I was in there with Tom Jackson, which was really cool. So
Aw, and the project is meaningful, which makes it extra special, I imagine.
exactly, if you can help somebody right at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, I
So
love that. I love that. Well, where can people find you if they want to look you up or hire you or learn more?
well, I'm on IMDb and I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook as well. And usually for the Facebook people that are my friends and on my page or whatever, or or just somebody who takes interest, I still have space on there. Not too much, but I do my impersonations usually on Facebook first, and then I post them to YouTube after that.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
as
Spell
as
your
a
name for everybody so that they
oh,
can
okay.
find
The
you.
last name is spelled Oleynick, and it's Paul Oleynick. And
Oleynick.
yeah, I'm on, like I said, IMDb, YouTube. I'm on some audio sites as well. I've done 3 children's books too, audio books,
Oh,
and
way cool.
yeah, so I get to do all the voices for that as well, which was
Do
really
you record everything at home or do you end up in studios sometimes?
everything so
I'm so
far.
nosy.
Everything at home so far, yeah. So I gotta make sure that nobody's working outside or doing,
That's
you know,
cool, though.
make sure that the fan's not blowing or anything. And I gotta,
Yeah. Do you
I,
have like a favorite software that you use? Not that we're
I
trying to promote
really
anybody, but why not?
sure, yeah. I have my iMac and I use GarageBand, and a lot of people use GarageBand just to record songs and things like that. But I
Yeah.
use it for audio, and I do my editing on there, and I find it, it's good enough. I don't need to purchase
Yeah. You were
purchase.
telling me about microphones the other day too, because I need to figure all that out and do a little
Yeah.
bit better. But did you start with the microphone you were telling me about, or did you just kind of
Yes, I,
gradually
I did
figure
my
it out?
research on the microphones, and yeah, Audio Technica has good microphones that you can record on computers with.
Very
And
cool. We need to get you a sponsorship. See,
yeah,
that's
there
why.
you go. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Audio
Yeah, yeah.
Technica. You want to
So,
sponsor my show?
yeah, I'll start a show. No,
That's right.
I love
Yeah.
it.
No, but yeah, and they've come down in price and they're reasonable, and it's so much easier in this day and age to set up your own personal studio, and you can do it fairly reasonable, and
Yeah, I got
which is the good.
scared when I was researching it because I was
Yeah.
researching things because I would love to do voiceovers, and they're like, "Well, you have to go in a closet." Right? You got to sit in the closet. How are you going to read your monitor? Like, or you're going to hold that on your lap? Like, what?
Oh, I
I
know,
scared
I know
myself. I'm like, that's
it's
hard.
it is tricky. Yeah,
I
yeah. Like
only go for
closet.
tornadoes.
Yeah, closet is the best, but yeah, an old technique from broadcast school is, instead of buying the high quality foam that they have for soundproofing your studio,
Can you do
you can
ceiling
use
tiles?
egg cartons.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
you
Okay.
just
I
take
need
egg
eggs.
cartons and you put them on the wall. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I
yeah,
can build up to that. I'm
yeah.
over time because I like eggs.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
It'll
so there,
look great. I'll paint it.
so there are ways of cheating it, right? You can
Yeah. Yeah.
making it work with what you have, right?
Right.
On a
Oh my
fixed
gosh.
budget, right? So yeah.
Yes, that is too funny. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up, and I have this thing that I do called 5 for 5, and it's 5 questions. They're just personal questions so people can know you better as a person. It's not like who are you dating or what'd you do last night kind of questions. So don't worry.
Okay.
But there will be a test at the end if I remember, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
whenever you're ready, I'm going to start.
Sure. Okay. Put me on the spot.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Your very first question. What is your favorite food?
Veal Parmesan.
Oh, cool. Okay. You can get that in lots of Italian. Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
Italian?
Yeah. Italian and Chinese food I love. Yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Favorite thing to drink after a long day of working?
Oh my goodness. Orange creamsicle, Mike's Hard Lemonade or something.
Ooh. Is that
Yeah.
a Canadian thing up there? I've never
No,
heard of
Mike's
that.
Hard Lemonade, I think, is in the States now too.
Oh,
But
probably.
they just introduced orange creamsicle, which is like it's like eating a popsicle. It's just like
Oh, I
yeah,
love popsicles.
yeah,
Okay. That's like one of my weaknesses. It's a treat, right? So
right.
you can get it with alcohol. That's I'm
That's
thinking
right.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What is one thing you have always dreamed of doing, but you haven't done yet?
Directed a full-fledged movie. I never done.
Really?
Yeah, never
Oh,
done that.
okay. Sometimes I have co-directors.
Yeah, yeah. So I've directed plays, like I've directed successful plays, but I've never
Oh,
actually
wow.
directed a movie. So that would be the next step, I guess.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Here's one. This one's really hard. Okay. This is really
Okay.
hard. What is your favorite song to sing at the top of your lungs when you're driving in the car?
Oh my goodness! At the top of my lungs in the car.
Or
Oh,
softly. It doesn't matter.
oh, I can't think of one right now.
Oh no.
I
Okay.
don't sing in the car. I don't do that.
Okay. We'll switch it up. What is your favorite voice to talk to yourself in when you're driving in the car?
What's my favorite voice?
Yeah.
Probably Ricardo Montalban's voice from Fantasy Island.
Oh,
All
okay.
your fantasies can come true, Tattoo.
Yeah.
I will buy you a rich Corinthian leather. Yeah.
I loved him.
Always reminds me of all the commercials on on the radio, right? You know,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
He was awesome. I love
it
that.
was awesome.
Okay, this one is really hard for everybody because I think no one has just one, but some people do. What is
Okay.
your favorite movie?
My favorite movie of all time. Oh God, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, wow. Okay. Why is that your favorite? Do you know?
Love Jack Nicholson. He's like
Yeah.
my all-time favorites.
Yeah. There's some.
You can't handle the truth.
I was going to ask you, do you do his voice? I guess the answer is yes.
Go
That is-
sell crazy somewhere else. We're all stocked up here.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. He is fantastic too. And you have
Yeah,
been awesome. Thank
he's
you
awesome.
so much for coming here and talking with us today. Come back anytime. And if you want to do a story-based podcast, we should probably brainstorm.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be so fun. I love the old radio plays. Those are so good.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So you rock, Paul.
Oh,
Oleynick.
thank you.
Nick?
Thank you so much.
I got a good one time, right?
Yeah, you got a good one time.
Okay, Paul Oleynick.
Oleynick.
Oleynick. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Paul Oleynick. And you can find him anywhere under his name.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right. You have a great day, Paul. I'll talk to you very soon. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sounds good.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Today's show is sponsored by Gym Kitty, helping women on their health and wellness journey by providing high-quality, organically sourced vitamins and supplements. Visit them today at www.gymkitty.net. You've been listening to Movie Making with Renelle Golden. Be sure to come back for our next episode where we bring you the people who make movies you love. Got a topic about filmmaking you want to hear on our podcast? Send us an email at moviemakingpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast has been sponsored by Samara Entertainment.